This is the Living Major Bushwhacker Luke on Ring the Bell Radio. Whoa!
In a world where you need three middle-aged men talking about wrestling, there's only one place to be. Ring the Bell Radio. That's right, guys. You are listening to Ring the Bell Radio with me, Logan, of course. And again, find us anywhere. We're on all the platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. As JD always says, but then ask somebody else what to do. I'm going to give you the full sentence. Go to our website, press that red button, and it will actually bring up the podcast so you can listen to it. Yeah, JD just can't kind of understand that, but there we go. Finally, you can do that. Welcome to Ring the Bell Radio. It's Logan. I'm here with JD.
Hello. Now you're taking my job at the beginning?
Yeah, well, you can't say a complete sentence about the pressing the red button, so I thought I'd help you out this week.
Press the red button.
Yeah.
There, boom. It's not hard.
What do I always say? I don't know. You sound like Biden. So.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
And as always, calling in from parts unknown.
No, he's actually here. He's just walking in the door.
Oh, Jesus. I thought he was on the phone this week. Hey,
no.
What's up, my man?
There he is.
Man.
There he is.
Hey.
He is here, the one, the only, your spiritual leader, the man who's ready to fill you with his spirit. Feel you good.
Oh, yeah.
It's the most erotic thing I've ever seen. Rabbi Barris, people. Rabbi Barris.
What is going on, gentlemen? It's been a while.
It has indeed. Nice to actually see you back. We thought you were on the road again. It's nice to actually have you physically here so I can touch you in certain ways.
I don't know about all that, but that just got in last night. Great road trip, great tour, great memories, great spiritual advice given. You will be getting the bill for the company credit card on this, JD, so be aware of that.
Gee, thanks.
No, you're gonna get a letter of cancellation from the credit card company.
They're gonna be telling me we're done. We cut you off. We closed your account.
We're taking you to court.
Well, everything got approved, so I mean, we can actually even go back to make the Bears World Tour T-shirt with all the billings in each city. We can know where I was.
I actually want a list of the billing locations, because if I start seeing strip club, we're going to have a problem because you didn't invite me.
Oh, well, I guess there's going to be a big problem. Yeah.
Wow. Look at his face turning red.
Plus, how did you know where I was at last night? Seriously.
Wow.
So,
you can take over now, JD.
I think you just took a year off my life, Barris. So
when I walked in and you can hear everything going on through the speakers in the hallway, I was surprised to hear Wolverine doing the introduction there. That was pretty good, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah, he did. He just kind of started talking, like we said, we're ready to go, and he just kind of started talking, and I was giving him like the look of death. Like, what?
I literally stopped and looked up, like, whoa, okay, that's cool. So, I mean, since we're doing something new here, I've brought a gift for you guys from the Open Road.
Do we want to know what this gift is?
Do
we really want to know?
Is it going to be the most erotic gift I've ever seen?
Wait a minute.
Good.
You got a gift for us that you spent with our money anyway. So basically,
well, no. This was already incorporated into the Bears Mobile. You remember a couple weeks ago, I told you. Well, actually, many weeks ago.
A couple months ago, when it started.
About a month ago or so. I told you that there was a recording studio in the Bears Mobile, for when we were bored. And so it might be the most erotic thing you've ever heard.
Nice.
Yep.
And now,
All right,
now
so
you've
So what-
piqued my attention and other things.
So where is it? Is it track 3 here? Is that where you put it?
it is track 3. I introduced to the world the gift of Barris.
Okay, here we go.
Rabbi, Rabbi Barris, Rabbi, Rabbi Barris, Rabbi Barris, Rabbi Barris. Rabbi, Rabbi Barris, Rabbi, Rabbi Barris, Rabbi Barris, Rabbi Barris.
What
I
was
love
that?
it. That's
What?
the best thing I've ever heard. My ears actually feel better from hearing that.
That is what I would think.
Wow.
I don't. How? Why? What? Now, wait a
Oh,
minute.
you know, when we didn't have cell reception and stuff, we figured we'd come up with something, and a little gift for me not being here.
You know what? Why don't we, our listeners, viewers, listeners, right now, if you're able to make your own Rabbi Barris parody, do it and send it to us.
Oh
We
my
will
God,
play it.
yes. Yes.
They can't do better out there.
I'm sure
I
there's
dare them.
somebody.
I'm sure there's
somebody
something.
who has like a degree in, like, I don't know, musical engineering or something that's listening. It's going to be like, hold my beer. Hold my beer.
Yeah.
I triple dog dare them.
Oh, do it, people. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do
Yes.
it now.
Do it now. You do it immediately. Show me your leadership capabilities. But yes, do your own Rabbi Barris song parody. It could be like what, like 10 seconds, 30 seconds.
Anything, you know.
Send us anything.
You want to make a whole 5-minute musical, like, orchestra thing about Barris? Go for it, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I deserve at least 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Oh,
I
Lord.
At
deserve
least.
5 minutes.
I'd rather watch Howard the
deserve-
Duck.
Oh, that'd be great.
But
Barris the duck.
Barris the Duck.
Oh my
Barris
God!
the
Should we
Duck.
actually talk about some sort of wrestling stuff?
Well, hold
this
on. Yeah,
wrestling
we will.
podcast?
We will. We haven't had this. But anyway, send your clips, email them to us. That's the easiest way. ringthebellradio@gmail.com. If you can email us your Barris song, we will play it. Okay.
Or a Barris drawing where I tag team with Howard the Duck to take on the evils of the universe.
Yeah, drawing
Okay.
contest.
Drawing?
That too.
All right, because you don't get to see Barris, okay? Now, obviously, we know what Barris looks like.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic. All right, so we know what
I
Barris
don't think
looks
so.
like. Draw a picture of Barris, what you think he looks like. It could go for it, go nuts. What do you think his voice fits? Or pick a picture of a celebrity that you think Barris actually looks like and post it on the Facebook page. It will be absolutely great.
We haven't had this in like weeks. Barris, spiritual wisdom. Our audience has been yearning for this spiritual wisdom. We haven't had this in weeks.
Yep, that's because I took it and I went on the open road and
Yeah.
helped others. So
now that we have that, Rabbi, so we can actually get into wrestling here, give our global audience some spiritual wisdom.
All right, for the first time in a long time, JD, would you
Yes.
please hit my music?
Yes.
Oh, testify!
It is better to appear strange to others than to be a stranger to yourself. Go with Barris.
Okay, but sometimes when I'm lonely, I use the stranger on my. Is that bad then?
It might be. It might be something you
It
need to
feels
look
real
into there.
good. I don't know. So, you know.
For those of you that don't know that, just go Google it. We're not going to explain it.
No explanations here.
That's a WWX move right there.
Yeah, the stranger.
All right, I think
Stranger
it's
danger.
time. I think it's time to get into some news. Logan?
Oh, so what's going on with the WWF? Obviously, everybody's talking about draft night and how, yeah, draft. So what was it? Round 5, round 6, something like that.
Oh,
Who was the last one who went up? I know Strowman and who else is going to Raw, and I think Strowman and Sheamus to Raw, Orton to SmackDown.
say that again. I just kind of stopped listening.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Strowman and Sheamus are going to Raw, and
Yeah.
Orton is going to SmackDown. Do we think this is going to help anything out? Is the simple question. Is the change in roster going to save these shows? Or like we discussed a couple of episodes ago, there needs to be a hard reboot. There needs to be something, just stop Raw, maybe stop SmackDown, maybe do a Saturday night like event thing that we used to have, change the formula.
True. Okay.
All right, so let's move on to some other news, some shocking news. This only just came out, okay? So we all know that he just returned to the WWE.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had problems in the past with Lars, with several posts that were racist, basically, and homophobic. And then I know WWE fined him a set amount of money. I think it was $100,000 he got smacked with those guys. Then we uncovered that he was actually in some gay porn.
Man.
Mitch Bennett was his name in the gay porn. So
Was this while he was off, or was this before wrestling?
I think this was before wrestling. He was called Mitch Bennett. He was in a couple of gay porns.
Oh, if it's before wrestling, who cares?
Well, here's the thing that's the news is. So apparently Lars, and you can look this up, guys, at home, started messaging this lady who has a yoga program. She's married. I think her name's Anika or something like that. It's a real weird name. It's like Anika Nandu Fuj or something like that. Anyway, if you read the DMs, yeah, it is. It's a weird name.
Say that again.
Anika Nadu Fuj.
Nadu Fuj.
Sorry, I thought you started rapping there for a second. I was like, okay.
Okay, I don't mean to disrespect, but I am going to give you the Nadu Fuj.
Sounds like a planet on Star Wars.
Be careful, or I will take you to Nadu Fuj, and you will meet your doom. Come on! I could take on the Nadu Fuj. Come on! Come on!
Send them to Nadu Fuj. Wipe them out. All of them. Anyway, back to the news. So anyway, Lars starts DMing this lady talking about her yoga program. Yeah. Okay, and then basically he asks her for nudes, and then offers to pay for said nudes. All right, so yeah, he basically asks to pay for her nudes. She's quite an attractive lady from what I can see. But she was like, listen, man, I'm going to refund you for the yoga program. I don't do messages. I'm married. You had a warning before. I told you I don't do this. You've got to respect my boundaries. I'm sorry. That's it. And she kind of like blocked him. Well, I guess Lars was like, yeah, this never happened. So she literally posted pictures of the whole DM message for everyone to see.
Oh, so she kept the message, and
yeah, she kept the messages. Okay. She put them all up on, I believe it was Instagram. She put them up. Called Yoga Athlete.
Say that again.
Instagram Yoga for the Athlete.
Okay.
Is the Instagram name that she uses. But she warns him a couple of times in this, basically like, look, man, it's a program. I'm not really a friend. I don't really know you. But basically, he kind of. Yeah, it's kind of creepy the way it's put down. So the question is here, knowing this in the news, is what do we do with wrestlers who are, homophobic or are racist or are, treating women this way? I know Vince fined him $100,000, but this behavior obviously isn't stopping. Okay, this is something that's ongoing now. So what do we do with a wrestler like this? When Vince has put X amount of money into promoting this guy, is it worth cutting ties, or do you just keep on fining him and he just keeps on repeating this behavior over and over again.
So we know we can't have wrestlers going out and doing what Lars Sullivan did.
No.
Another thing, so not to change the subject here, but another thing that we can't have in wrestling is you cannot have a great bad guy, a great heel.
Well, you
bad
can.
guy.
You can.
You have to have a good guy. You have to have a bad guy.
Yeah, but look at Undertaker. He was an amazing heel. He was.
That's what I said. You cannot not have a bad guy.
Oh, you cannot not.
Yeah,
you
that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Listen to me now.
You can't have a bad guy.
No, I said okay.
What are you talking about? Of course you have.
Let me say it again. I said, and the other thing that you can't have in wrestling is you cannot not have a bad guy.
It's the bad sentence structure, bro. I mean, like, it's just bad sentence structure. You could have said something like, and the other thing that you can't have in wrestling is you can't have a good guy without a great bad guy. That would have made no sense.
And the other thing that you can't have in wrestling is you can't have a good guy without a great bad guy.
There you go.
There, how's
see?
that? There you go. Okay, there.
All right, let's talk about heels.
Who's your favorite bad guy, Barris? Whoa, the bad guy, Barris.
Favorite bad guy of all time, or favorite bad guy
No,
right
no,
now?
no. Not. We're not saying who do you think the greatest bad guy is. Who did you love to hate, even though he was the bad guy, the heel?
See, I always cheered for the heels as a kid. And
that's right. I forgot.
So that's kind of hard for me. I mean, people I would admire would basically be answering your question, because I didn't hate them. If I want to go with who I hated, I'd say Hulk Hogan as a kid. You know, the whole stupid hulking up thing and at the end.
Oh, come on.
So,
Well, but who do you think was a good heel? Like, who was your favorite heel? Who was your favorite bad guy? That's what we're asking, Rabbi.
We got to go back a whole way. I mean, you'd have to give one of the top honors to the Iron Sheik. I mean, that guy just coming out and.
Oh, I like, you hated him. Like, there was just something that struck a nerve. Something that just struck a nerve. Yeah.
And when you put him with Nikolai, it was the same thing. Because, I mean, you had these two people who were just like... And they didn't even have to have the match. It was just them walking to the ring was the heat.
All Iron Sheik had to do was grab that mic and go, Iran, number one. Iran, number one. Oh,
Russia,
he had the people.
Number one.
Yeah.
And then he go, America, Pooey. And that was good. That crowd was ready to go.
I would always say, I don't know. There was guys that you liked them even though they were bad guys. Take Rick Rude. I've got
the perfect one.
Like, you got Rick Rude, you got Dino Bravo. You know, that at least I've never known him as they were great heels.
Yeah.
I've got the perfect one. He's not like a really amazing heel or anything like that. But
wait a minute, let me guess. Could it be? Yes, I think it is. It is. It's The Undertaker.
You are wrong. You are wrong, my friend. Yeah. And I gave the clue away when I said the perfect one. Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect. I loved how arrogant he was. It wasn't like a bad heel. He wasn't like extreme heat. But I just hated his arrogance. But I loved his technical wrestling. I loved how he moved in the ring. I loved just his moveset. The Perfect Plex, I think, to this day, is still one of my favorite moves ever to see performed. And
Cradle suplex.
He's just such an arrogant bastard. But I hated him. When he come down the ring and then like behind him on the old style screen before he had the Titantron, had that little screen right above the.
Oh, it would say the wrestler's name. Yeah, I remember that.
Gorilla. Okay, and then his one always had like little Rome bust statues of Mr. Perfect on it, and the music, dun 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 dun. And he would come down the ring just looking like an arrogant asshole that you just wanted to punch in the face, and then he'd get in the ring, and it was magic. It was just magic to watch, and you couldn't help but say, "I hate this dude," but oh my god, that was incredible. He was the guy I love to hate.
You know, like I was saying about Rick Rude. You know, you'd hear his music, and I think it was like stripper music that would play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and seriously,
I recognized it.
What's that?
I said that's why I recognized that.
Well, no, I'm being serious. I think but the thing is like you have to YouTube it to hear what I'm talking about, because if you watch any of the old things on the network, for some reason they changed it. I guess it was something with.
It's all about property, not property, music rights. Yeah, who own the music and stuff.
But I want to like how Logan just talked about Perfect. I want to talk about Rick Rude here in a minute. But real quick, it's weird because a couple of months ago, I was watching WrestleMania 5, and it had Demolition coming down to the ring, and it didn't have their "Here Comes the Axe, Here Comes the Smasher" music. It was some sort of generic. Okay. Mm-hmm. But when I threw it on the other day, a couple of days ago, just something to have on the background. You know, I just WrestleMania 5 again. They're walking down to the ring with the original theme music now, so it got changed back.
Mm-hmm. So they obviously brought the rights, or because that's what they've been doing a lot with those old things. Like they had to. I know with like Ultimate Warrior as well. Anything that was done with Warrior, because he was separated from the company and he used the name, if anybody referred to him as the Warrior instead of the Ultimate Warrior in one of those old clips, it's actually blurted out.
Well, yeah, but they did the same thing with Dusty Rhodes for a while. Like you didn't hear the Common Man song, that like they changed it to some, and the same thing with it's weird because in WrestleMania 4, when Butch Reed, you remember Akeem's music or the Slickster's music?
Yeah.
In WrestleMania 4, they have it overdubbed for Slickster and for Slick. But in WrestleMania 5, his music is there. Like, so it's weird. They're changing stuff back. But anyway.
Well, it's like the YouTube clips as well. If you see old WWF stuff on the network, if a wrestler says WWF, that's blanked out. Also, you notice the little WWF logo in the bottom corner is fuzzled out as well.
Bruce Pritchard talked about that because, but hold on, I do want to get back to Rick Rude here for a minute. Pritchard and Conrad talked about that, where Conrad asked him, he's just like, why is some content the WWF is blurred out and other content it's not? How did you pick to do this? How did you pick to do that? And Bruce was basically, it was just like, dude, just find something and do it. There was no rhyme nor reason of which archival footage to blur the stuff out. That's why it was, if you ever watch the stuff, that's why it's so random.
There must be hundreds of thousands of hours.
So basically it was, Pritchard just said they were just selecting footage at random, just doing it.
Wow.
Until they eventually went, you know what? I think Pritchard also said is they're allowed, because it's what the company used to be, they don't have to blur it out anymore.
Yeah, I think they came to some
sort of understanding
to
where it's, hey, you know what? For how many years our company was known as this, it'll actually, because they even said it'll cost them more money to snub everything out than just to go buy, then get permission to go, hey, this was our company for a while, but now we're this. If we're doing it as a retro archival thing, that's fine. But anyway. Rick Rude. Like you just described Mr. Perfect coming down. Now, Rick Rude was the same way. You heard his music hit. And then he would be walking down with Bobby Heenan. And, he had that walk to him. Like you just said, arrogance. Like that arrogant, stuck up, snooty attitude. And he had that smirk on his face. And what did his ring robe always say? Simply ravishing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he would get to the ring and he would be kind of pointing his nose up to everybody. He gets into the ring, opens up his robe a little and closes it, which you're going, okay. And then he would take the mic. What I had to have right now is for all you fat, slimy Pennsylvania piss ants to keep the noise down, and I take my robe off and show your wives who they're going to be spending the night with.
Mhm.
Tell me that didn't just strike the raw nerve. And even as a kid, you're just going, oh, I hate you. Shut up. He struck that raw nerve, which meant he was doing his job. And from what I hear, he was a fabulous gentleman.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Like,
was
he
great
was-
in real life. He was a great guy.
But he did that job, and he got you to want. You hated him.
Yeah, he
You
brought
hated
the
him.
heat.
You just
brought
wanted
the
to.
break. He didn't just bring the heat. He set you on fire.
Yeah.
When he was in the ring with the mic, he had amazing mic work. He knew how to push buttons.
Now, wasn't the stuff with him and Cheryl Roberts? Didn't that kind of?
That was
Jake took that really personally, didn't he?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
And there was the incident with the tights. You guys remember that?
Mm.
Where Jake even said, he's just like, dude, if he wears tights out there, it has my wife's face on it, I'm gonna go out there and rip them off. And if you actually watch, if you can find it, and you actually on YouTube, if you actually watch it, he runs down there. I guess someone told Jake in the back, he runs down there, literally rips his pants off. Like, you could tell and this is what, late 80s, mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell this isn't good, because after he does it, Bobby Heenan comes over to Jake and is literally punching him as hard as he can. You can see it because of this incident, where Rick Rude put Jake's wife's face on his trunks, on his crotch of his trunks. So I mean, try to look it up if you can find it. But again, he just struck that raw nerve.
Well, the funny thing is, you saying about Rick Rude in real life, like Kurt Hennig, they were nice guys. Rick Rude refused to take off his wedding ring. He never took off his wedding ring, even in a match.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
Okay.
He actually had a tape, and you can actually see it in some matches. He wrapped tape around it that was kind of skin color, so you couldn't notice. But sometimes you'll get a close up of where he's grappling with someone, and you can blatantly see the ring covered in tape. He refused to take it off. I think Bret Hart once said in an interview, he was like, it was after he died, and he was like, look, he was the most devoted family man you'd ever meet in your life. The Rick Rude character was everything opposite of what
and that's why
Richard
it worked.
Rude was.
That's why it worked, and
Yeah,
that's
it
wondering,
worked
because
great.
every once in a while you'd see Rick Rude with heavily taped hands.
Yep,
Seriously,
because he'd tape
and that's
over
probably why.
Yeah, he'd tape over it instead, because he refused to take the wedding ring off. Refused, and I guess he had to ask each wrestler that he was going outside with, because I guess Vince McMahon got to the point where Vince was like, you need to take it off for safety reasons. So you get it caught on something, blah, blah, blah. You need to ask the wrestler, because he was doing it trying to just basically piss Rick off enough that Rick would say, screw it, I'll just take it off. It's like, you personally have to ask every wrestler you're going to get in the ring with if they're okay with you wearing the ring, just to make sure they're safe or something. So even after years later, when, it was never brought up again, he would still ask every wrestler before going out to Gorilla and ask them if it was okay if he wore his wedding ring. Every single one. Great guy.
Yeah. What if you go to punch someone, and then you still pull it, but you just get that just enough, and
he would ask every wrestler if they were cool with it, and not one wrestler in the rest of his career in WWF said no, take it off. So he would tape his hands heavily, either skin tape. We'd have the big white hat, the white taped up.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. That's why he wore that tape.
So if you guys had a chance to get in a ring with, you're the good guy with any kind of heel, like if they said you're having a match, you get to have your dream match with whatever bad guy you want, who would it be? Would you step in the ring with Rick Rude? Would you step in the ring with Perfect? Would you step in the ring with Piper?
Undertaker. Original Undertaker.
Original Undertaker. Okay, Barris.
Original Undertaker.
Would you get into the ring with Ricky Rude?
So I got to be a face here. Oh man, that sucks.
Okay, Rick Rude turns good tomorrow. He's a fan favorite. He apologizes to the fans, so he's a good guy. Would you get into the ring with him?
Oh, what an ass! I can't believe he did that.
No,
Dead.
just the principle now.
Jesus Christ.
Barry says
How
criteria,
dare-
man.
How dare he?
Oh, we're gonna have a discussion with you. Okay, after we get off the air, we're gonna staff meeting. Staff meeting.
Love
meeting.
it. Love it.
Okay, if I have to get in the
Barris,
ring with
hold
a
on,
heel,
Barris,
who would it
Barris,
be?
Barris.
Yes.
Think
Yes.
and think of this answer. Take your time to think about it, because just remember, you want to do another tour, right? Okay.
Oh, I'm going to do another tour. We already got the funds.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called the other company credit card.
Well, no. We
Okay.
use that to pay for the merch that now we have the profit from to do the next one. So we're good.
We really got to
Uh-huh.
have a staff meeting. Okay, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we're going to be back in here for the staff meeting. But anyway,
Aw,
okay.
that early in the morning?
Yeah, that early in the morning.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wait a minute. Before you get to your okay, no, wait a minute. Tell us your answer, Barris, and then I got something to bring up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very
Okay.
important. So tell us your answer.
Sure.
What heel
I got to
would
do
you get in the
heel.
ring with?
Shayna Baszler.
Can't be female.
Oh, come on. Why
Barris,
not?
you're killing us
Cannot be
here.
female, man. Cannot be female.
Okay.
'Cause if that's the case, I want Alexa Bliss to beat the shit out of me.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, let's see. Let me think. Who would I want heel wise?
Cheers.
No, not Norm from Cheers. Let's see. Good show though. Good show. Man, that is a tough
There's a
one
time
right there.
limit here, Barris.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'm gonna go with a big man versus big man. I'm gonna go King Kong Bundy.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Okay.
we're gonna put on clinic.
You know what though? Bundy could go that. For a bigger man, he could
Yep.
go for a while too.
He was
No,
athletic as hell.
He was a
good,
good
he was a
bad
good
guy.
wrestler. Yeah.
He was.
He was-
Very
he was-
convincing.
How tall are you, Barris?
6'3".
Bundy was what, like 6'11"? 7
I don't
something?
think that's all. No.
No, but Bundy had that mass.
He had the mass bulk, but he was
Yeah.
in the top. He was up there in the 6 foot range. Hold on, let me find out.
Oh, maybe around 6 something and lower sixes, but I think he was
Okay.
maybe 6'1".
Hold on. While Logan's looking up Bundy, there's something, Barris.
Yes, I'm here.
You can see I'm getting up and walking over here.
No,
Well,
you're
yeah,
right,
yeah.
Barris. He was only 6'4",
Okay. Yeah.
but he
so he's
weighed
like about 12 men.
460 pounds.
Hey,
Barris?
I used to be 450. Yes.
Barris.
I think he needs a megaphone.
He
Yeah?
does, don't he?
No. I was walking to the other side of the room, in the closet. Okay, can you hear me better now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm holding up. This is your Max Moon outfit. You thought we forgot about that, didn't we?
No, you got to wear it, my
what-
friend.
What are you talking about?
Remember
Uh-huh.
your punishment for taking over the Barris takeover? You locked us out, and we said you have to dress up as Max Moon. Well, look what I'm holding up.
I have no recollection of this. No,
Ah,
I don't remember anything about this.
you thought we forgot about that, didn't you? Uh-huh.
I forgot, but
Your
I mean,
punishment was you had to dress up as Max Moon.
Therefore, you guys should forget.
Well, yeah, you guys should have forgot about that. I mean,
No,
All
we
the
always
joy
remember.
and- No, no,
We're
no,
like
no, no, no.
elephants. We always
joy
remember.
and positivity I
said-
bring, and spiritual
we-
advice.
Yeah, because you did the takeover, then you went out for your world tour. And we said when
Well,
you come
yeah.
back, you're going to have to dress up as Max Moon.
I never agreed to this.
Yep,
Yeah, you did.
you
You
did.
did.
Nope.
We have it on
No, I
tape.
didn't.
We have it
I
on
want to
tape.
hear it. I never agreed to it. Where's your proof?
We'll have to go-
It's like 10 shows ago. That's our proof.
it's the
we,
one
you know,
that.
we archive all of these shows, dude.
Okay.
And that Commodore 64 of a thing you have over there is not going to have 10 shows ago.
Barris,
So I
Barris,
don't have any proof.
before we get back into some wrestling here,
Play the
just
tape.
like we tell the viewers, go to ringthebellradio.com, click or tap the big red button that says listen to the podcast, and you want to go down into the archives to the show that says that's titled "Angry at Barris."
And why would you be angry at Barris?
Okay, just listen
Everybody
to that
enjoyed
show.
that show. Everybody enjoyed
Anyway.
that show.
Anyway,
Even you two enjoyed that show.
I
Well,
enjoyed
I-
the show. I did deal with Bane outside.
dude, you wouldn't let
No,
us
you got-
in.
You got to go shopping with your wife. So you guys
Yeah,
have been,
I really
chopping it up.
enjoy that. Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Wait a minute. We're not having
Oh.
this. We're not having this argument because we already resolved this. We already had the argument over this.
There's no argument. The show was
Yeah.
great. Everybody wins. We're done.
That's a blatant lie. We won, and then you have to be
You
Max
didn't
Moon.
win. What did
Yeah.
you win? Nothing. You didn't win when you opened a box of cereal and you didn't get the prize inside.
Barris,
Oh, bad.
Barris, do you want to get fired?
What?
I'll
go to
fire you.
AEW.
I'll fire you right now. You know what you are, Barris?
I got
You're not
friends
only
down
our
there,
rabbi,
you know.
Barris, you're not only our rabbi, you're our version of Baba Booey. That's what you are. Because he's coming and going, and okay, and I don't mean to be ripping off Howard Stern now, but this is what you're sounding like. Both, I don't remember you saying that. I don't remember you being mad or saying I had to dress up as Max Moon, boss. That's what you sound like right now.
What is this? WNBC? I don't think so. Junior.
Boff, I don't think I didn't know you were mad at me. That's what you sound like right now. You know,
You weren't mad at me.
we were fuming.
You shouldn't have been.
You know who
We gotta
you'd be
be-
really good at doing a voice of, JD?
It was.
Who's that?
It was for the greater good.
Adam Sandler, the Water Boy.
I've never done the water, but we'll get into that in a minute here. No, I'm too pissed off at Barris right now. I'm ready to fire him.
I
No,
love it.
Dude, Logan, I'm ready to fire his ass right now. Okay, he's
I
starting. He's talking
understand.
to me
It's
like this.
upsetting.
Yeah.
It is.
You
It's
you
upsetting.
did this, and you had the nerve to. Yeah, we're getting into this again. You had the nerve, Barris, that you got into. You locked this out. I made my way into the studio, but you Bane or Bro or Beaver, whatever his name is, Skeever, came in and literally, physically ejected me. You wouldn't let Logan into the office. You and who knows, whoever that was, came up here to our studio and locked yourselves in here.
That was one
Yeah,
half.
and
of the
we
greatest tag
didn't
team
know these
ever.
people. They could have left us the Rona.
Yeah, and
Well,
so, and then we got a hold of
everybody
you.
was tested before they came in.
We got a hold of you the next week, and we said, "Hey, this is what's going on. That you have a consequence for what you did, and your consequence was you had to dress up as Max Moon."
You know what? Here's an idea. How about you leave it up to the fans and they write in and they say yes or no if I should wear that, which will definitely be no.
They could say yes or
And-
no all they want. I could still fire your ass right now.
No, I'm
You
going
could, but
with
why don't you put
Barris
your
on
money
here.
where- Why don't
Let's-
you put
let's-
your money where your
let's-
mouth is?
Let's
and let it
let's
up to
take
the
this to the
fans.
fans. Let's take this to
Yeah,
the fans.
Both, could we take this to the fans and see if they should fire me?
Okay,
What you
how
sound
about
like
this?
right now, you
How
dumbass.
about this, right? We take this to the fans and we ask the fans this. Barris's punishment. Now, do you want him in the moon costume or what costume would you put him in? The most degrading one that you can think of, like a wrestling outfit.
You should put him in the Borat.
Yeah,
bathing
we'll
suit.
make him wear. We'll make him wear it. So, what is the most ridiculously embarrassing thing that you can think that Barris should dress up as, and we'll make him do it?
Or they could say Bears should wear something nice as well.
They
It
can,
doesn't have to have-
and we're leaving it to the fans. Go to our Facebook page. We'll put up a poll thing, and let's get it going on. Let's get it going on. Let's
Hey,
see
Barris?
what fans want.
yeah.
Barris, you're lucky Logan was
Yeah.
here. That you're not packing your desk up right now.
That my chair
You
was
start
weird
jawing off
anyway.
like that again, man. You're. Ooh.
Oh man, it's getting heated. It's getting so
I'm doing-
heated. Let's go
I'm
back
doing
to
my
heels.
Razor Ramon fingers towards you right now.
Oh, Chico. Yeah.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna throw this toothpick. I don't even know where it was from.
Wow.
Dude, you
It's
see
got
this?
Rona.
I'm gonna throw these freaking scissors at you, and you're gonna
That's got
freaking
Rona
catch it.
as well. Everything's got Rona.
It's laced with Rona. No, that's not funny. I wouldn't say that, but
No, that's bad.
I'll throw this
Yeah, that's-
3-day-old
that's
coffee
bad.
on you. How about that? But anyway, let's get back to wrestling.
Yeah.
Barris,
Yeah,
you're
really.
lucky. You're lucky
Oh,
Logan
good
was
Lord.
here. You're lucky
Somebody has a
Logan
little
was here.
temper there. Somebody there. A little temper.
Both.
Little temper.
I don't want to wear the Max Moon outfit.
So wrestling
Sorry.
finally, Barris.
If I'd put on that
Who-
Max Moon outfit, I'd look awesome.
My God.
All right,
Barris,
all right.
who would you get in the ring with a heel? What heel cannot be female? Who would you get in the ring with?
He said Bundy.
Didn't I already say?
Oh, you
He
said
said
Bundy.
King Kong Bundy.
He already answered my
Yeah.
question, so screw all
Yeah.
of you.
See, look,
There you go.
I'm not
you
talking
made
to
you
Wolverine
all.
forget my answer.
Screw
With
you
your
all.
little hissy fit, you made Wolverine forget my answer.
I'm not the
Yeah.
one that had the hissy fit. You're the one that started getting an attitude with me, but we're done with that right now. Let's move on.
As we were saying, King Kong Bundy, yes, I was wrong. He was only 6'4", but he was 460 odd pounds. So that's a lot of mass coming at you, bouncing off the ropes.
That's a lot of Bundy.
Yes, a lot of
Yeah,
Bundy
he had a lot
coming
of
at
wind
you.
resistance taken away because he didn't have a neck.
No, he didn't. He was just like
No.
one solid piece. That was it.
Yeah.
He's like a beach ball.
Like, I wouldn't get in the ring with Mr. Perfect, okay? And this is the reason why.
But he'd make
Okay.
you look so good.
No, the problem is I would be so bad, regardless of how good he made me, I would make him look bad. You know, so I wouldn't do it just simply because out of respect for him. You know, Undertaker's not a technical wrestler. He's going to choke slam me a couple of times. He's going to give me snake eyes. He's going to go old school, everything you want to see. And then he's going to tombstone my ass. And 1, 2, 3, I'm done. I just got my ass kicked by The Undertaker. That's on par with getting my ass kicked by Alexa Bliss. All right, those two right there. I'll take either. Nice
Alexa Bliss is your future ex-wife. Right? Is that what you said? And then we say that on a bunch of shows ago, like a couple months ago or something like that. It was like, your grandmother could have been Alexa Bliss.
Well, it's funny, actually. I watched a YouTube thing the other day, and it was 10 times heels broke character and were actually nice people. And it reminded me of a match many years ago with Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I believe it was on Raw or something like that. But anyway, a kid actually got over the barrier. He was a big Shawn Michaels fan. He got over the barrier and actually got into the ring shouting at Steve Austin. The guy was, I think he, I don't know what the deal was with him. I think it was artistic or some such.
Okay.
But basically, you know, the staff just kind of pounded on him. And
well, yeah, they don't know who this person is.
Exactly.
You know,
but Shawn Michaels kind of got the idea of what was going on. He stopped the match. And this was when it was Shawn Michaels, heel Shawn Michaels. He stopped the match, got out of the ring, went over to the security, kind of got them away from the kid, talked to the kid's mother, and then, you know, he escorted him down to Gorilla, basically, to backstage, and then came out and then finished the rest of the match with Stone Cold.
See, that's cool.
It was very cool. There was one with Triple H as well, and I remember seeing this one. It was the 5 versus 5 SmackDown versus Raw match. God, it was a couple of years ago. It was when they were in the committee or something like that. Remember that whole thing, the authority? Yeah, that thing. So him and Stephanie McMahon were sitting at ringside by the announcers, and there's this kid behind them. This kid's like a massive Triple H fan. And he's basically sitting from, like, I know the audience can't see us in the studio, but from me to you, JD. So like a good 4 feet away.
Yeah.
Favorite star. So this kid's like, Triple H, yeah. So Triple H turns around jokingly and he's like, hey, kid, I'm trying to work here. You know, as Triple H kind of thing. This kid just starts bawling, crying. I mean, bawling, crying, okay? So
was this a house show?
No, it was on Raw.
Oh, it was on Raw.
Yeah, he turns around to the kid, goes up to the kid, puts his head on the kid, and says, "I'm only joking."
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that now. Yes.
Stephanie went over afterwards and talked to him. Well, after what we didn't see was afterwards, Triple H specifically asked the staff to take the kid and his dad backstage so he could talk to the kid afterwards. And he basically gave the kid T-shirts, did loads of pictures with him. everything he wanted. It was like
See,
this
that's
kid's
cool.
wildest dream come true.
Yeah.
This kid's hero acknowledged him,
Hmm
and
Yeah.
he got to spend a couple of minutes with his.
Undertaker did one as well. He did I think it was
He was a
Make a
little
Wish
girl
Foundation or something like that.
Yeah, I was like a little girl.
Little girl, yeah, she just
Yeah.
wanted to meet the
Yeah.
Undertaker before she died. God rest
Well,
her
Yeah.
soul. But and he came as Mark Calloway because he thought it was a bit drab. I think she was terminally ill. He didn't want to dress up as the Undertaker.
Yeah, that's bad form.
Yeah,
there.
but he was with her for like half an hour, signed her T-shirt, took loads of pictures. But the best one, I think, is Randy Orton. And I don't know if you remember this. This was, I think, Raw 2018. It wasn't too long ago. He finished his match. He's walking away from the ring. And right where you get to the ramp, okay, these fans are all like, yeah. So this one fan has a camera phone, right? Yeah, I'm doing hand motions. You can't see it at home. Yeah. Okay. So this one, I think it was a girl. She like puts her camera over to take pictures as you walk past, and she drops her camera phone on the floor. So Randy Orton walks over, picks up her phone, takes loads of pictures of himself, like selfies, then gets her in the picture, takes a whole bunch of selfies, and then gives her phone back. I thought that was pretty freaking cool, man. Pretty freaking cool.
You know who else does that? I mean, she's not really. Well, I guess Neidhart does that a lot. Where especially more when they would do live shows, she would be coming down to the ring, and then if someone's taking a picture, she'd either go right up to him and like take the picture, or she would take the phone and she'd be the one taking the selfie or whatever.
What was that one years ago? I think it was Randy Orton as well. Shane McMahon, they were doing some sort of free-on tag team or something. Shane McMahon jumped off the top ropes and Roman Reigns speared him. And he was actually quite hurt. It was, the storyline was he was supposed to go out then anyway, but he actually really hurt himself. I think he broke a rib or something. The way Roman hit him.
Wasn't that Mania or something?
Yes, and then Randy Orton went round to Shane McMahon's kid, and because the kid was like super like freaking out that his dad was hurt.
Yeah, I'm having a
Yes. So apparently Randy Orton went up to him and he was like, "Look, man, your dad's fine. I just talked to him. Make sure you get backstage." And he just like really laid it on to help this kid calm down. Seeing these characters break character for a second and be a good guy or whatever, for us it was something special.
Yeah.
It was oh my God, the Undertaker's hugging a kid. What? It was that very small insight into wrestlers and who they were, and I know today we have all these documentaries and everything, and it's such, a magical part to see now the backstage behind the kayfabe back in the late 80s, the early 90s. Why did Undertaker have BSK written on, on his stomach?
What did your wife think that meant?
Beefsteak kiss. The beefsteak kiss.
Wasn't that bone backstage click or
no, bone street click? Yeah.
Bone street click. That's it. Yeah.
But it was such a thing to like, years later to see that was, why he had that. Incredible. And to learn all these things, who would have thought that Undertaker would have been best friends with Yokozuna? I mean, realistically, think about the two characters.
They were tight, man.
They were like brothers.
They both said they loved working together.
Yeah. They were like brothers. They loved each other. I mean, he would go around to Mark Calloway's house all the time. I remember this thing on Yokozuna and Mark Calloway. They make these things called turkey butts. Okay, so it's basically the meat at the back of the turkey. So he'd make them as like they're about the size of your fist. Okay, and he'd make them on the grill. So he knew that Yokozuna was coming around. He was like, "Well, I best get more turkey butts because he fucking loves them." So he ended up making 24, and Yokozuna ended up eating all 24 of them.
Well, yeah, and that's funny that you bring up Yokozuna. And then I got another heel to bring up, but that's funny you bring up Yokozuna because actually a couple of hours ago I read an article about, and JR was talking about it, that they actually they sent Yokozuna away with Vader to lose weight.
Yes, they did. They
Because
sent him to a rehab clinic.
They wanted them to lose weight because they were they said 400 pounds was the goal. They were like, you can come back at 400 pounds, we'll get you wrestling again. But I guess they sent Vader and because Vader was getting pretty big, and Yokozuna away, and then I forget where did they send them? It was some university.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It was God, I can't remember the place, but you're totally right. Yeah,
but here's the thing, though, is when they came back, they actually weighed more.
Well, do you know?
I know why.
Go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yokozuna bribed the actual like people there to bring him food.
Yes, him and Vader. They were sneaking the food.
Wow.
Like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Look, here's $100 if you bring me, a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
So
basically.
he was almost 600 pounds at the time of his death.
Mm-hmm. And why? Here's the big thing. You know why they wanted them to lose weight?
He had a heart problem. There was a heart murmur. That's what JR was saying. There was a heart murmur.
There was a
because
heart
if they
problem.
lost weight, they could manage it better.
Yeah, but you know why? The real reason is it's nice to say they did it because they were worried about the health, and I'm sure they were on some level. The bigger reason, though, is insurance. There were a lot of insurances in different states, remember? And states like Pennsylvania, they wouldn't insure a wrestler over a certain weight limit because they thought they would have a heart attack. That was the key thing, because now they couldn't wrestle. Like New York was another one. Yeah, there was a certain weight, and if you went over it, they would not allow you to wrestle. And so if you're holding WrestleMania at Madison Square Gardens, you're screwed. You can't have Yokozuna now.
Send us if you do a theme song for Rabbi Barris, email it to ringthebellradio@gmail.com. If you want to send a drawing, you could Facebook that to us, direct message us, or you can email us, or send it directly to Attention Logan, so he can be the official judge of the.
I will judge it.
He will judge and critique. Logan will judge and critique the drawings and the songs. Barris has to wear his Max Moon outfit. No, that's right.
Yeah,
we're doing the.
Who wants him to wear what?
Yeah. What was exactly on the poll again?
Poll was, what would you like? Well, it's not poll. It's just write in what you think would be the most embarrassing thing for Barris to wear.
Okay.
No, or if they want me to wear something nice, that's also an option.
That's also an option too.
Okay.
We can give you that option. Yeah. That's cool.
Okay.
A tuxedo,
Visit us, ringthebellradio.com. Click the big red button. Red.
And what does the big red button do?
It takes you to all our podcasts.
There you go.
There you go. The big red button takes you to every podcast we've ever had in 2019 and 20. Anyway, I'm done. We gotta upload more of the past ones. Which would be it would be pre-Logan and pre-Barris.
Yeah, it's just boring. If we ain't in it, it's just boring. Wow. Yeah,
it was me and the Marvelous one. Matt,
I'm pulling them
started
perfect here. If I ain't in it, it ain't worth listening to. That's simple.
So chat us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Anything you want us to talk about, just send it. We'll talk about it. We'll bring it up. Any one of those social media platforms or our email. All right. Does anyone else want to say something? I'm running out of stuff to say.
I'm done with this craziness today. This is just nuts. I'm done
because you guys are just here staring at me like,
we're done.
So okay, we'll see you next time. JD, Logan, Rabbi Barris. We'll see you next time. Later on.